Hi there and welcome back. This is video 19 of the SHRM HR Terms and Definitions series. By the end of this video, you will know what is implicit bias, industrial psychology, phased retirement, and progressive discipline. We will also discuss and break down one situational based question at the end of the video based on one of the topics covered in this video. So let's begin with implicit bias. Implicit bias refers to attitudes, prejudices, and judgments that we unconsciously hold about people or groups. By definition, we are either unaware of these feelings or we are unable to pinpoint where they come from. While everyone has implicit bias, the nature of these prejudices aren't universal. They are ingrained in our subconscious through our individual experiences, upbringings, and backgrounds. For example, we often have biases related to racial groups, including our own. While many unconscious biases are related to ethnicity, it's possible to have biases based on sexual orientation, education, or gender. For a feeling to be explicit, you have to be able to consciously express it. You may have explicit feelings about your favorite food, color, or why you hate going hiking. Implicit biases are different because you're not aware that you feel this way. In fact, you may even consciously express that you feel quite the opposite. For example, you may believe that all people are equal and spend a lot of time with people from all kinds of backgrounds. However, when tasked with sorting through resumes for an open role at work, you may unconsciously show preference for candidates with traditionally white names over traditionally ethnic sounding names. Actually, research indicates that that's exactly what you will do whether you meant to or not. Now, it's not at all uncommon for our explicit attitudes to be out of step with our unconscious bias. Implicit bias isn't quite the same as being racist. By definition, racism is externalized. That means that you have to be aware of it. Put another way, racism is explicit bias, while implicit bias are prejudices that you're not aware of that you have. Different, but no less problematic. Moving along, industrial psychology. Industrial psychology concerns itself with the application of psychological concepts to the work environment. Professionals who hold degrees in the discipline often perform consulting work for companies. Some functions and goals of industrial psychology are increase worker productivity, design safe work environments, train new employees, help organize the company's management structure. One of the main goals of industrial psychology is to improve worker productivity. Industrial psychologists research workplaces to find ways of increasing worker satisfaction and boosting productivity. These professionals design and implement workplace procedures in order to improve employee efficiency. They also consult with employees to find practical ways to improve working conditions in the hope that content employees will be more productive. Another function of industrial psychology is to design safe workplaces. Industrial psychologists study the company's operating procedures, equipment used, and types of work performed in order to determine ways to make employees safer. Professionals in this field can recommend new equipment such as ergonomic chairs or updated machinery if needed. Great, moving along. Next is phased retirement. Before that though, I apologize in advance for interrupting the video right now. Just a quick message from me. If you are preparing for the SHRM exam, then consider checking out my SHRM exam study guide, the one book learning system. I have left a link in the description of this video where you can find more details about this guide and how to use it to ace the exam. Now back to the video. Phased retirement is a work schedule arrangement that allows older workers to reduce their working hours and gradually transition into retirement. it gives employees more flexibility in how they manage the transition from full-time employment to retirement. This could be in the form of fewer working hours or responsibilities, or even a different job title. Private pension flexibilities, such as the ability to take partial withdrawals, also provide opportunities for employees to plan and phase their retirement. It is also possible to postpone claiming the state pension, and the rules for deferral have been simplified. As a result, many workers are choosing to work past the age of retirement, either for financial reasons or because they are simply not ready to retire. Now, there is no longer a legal set retirement age for most job roles, and employees have the freedom to choose when they want to retire. Since the compulsory retirement age was abolished in 2011, employees who want to work longer into older age are protected by law from being forced into retirement. This means employers are not generally allowed to compel employees to retire, and dismissing someone because of their age could be considered unlawful discrimination. However, some occupations such as the police and the armed forces have an upper age limit imposed by law. Great. Next, what is progressive discipline? Progressive discipline is a method of discipline that uses graduated steps for dealing with problems related to an employee's conduct or performance that do not meet defined standards and policies. The ultimate objective of progressive discipline is to help employees correct conduct problems and resolve performance issues at the earliest stages. Most large companies use some form of progressive discipline, although they don't necessarily call it by that name. Whether they are referred to as positive discipline programs, performance improvement plans or PIPs, corrective action procedures, or some other title, these systems are all similar at their core, although they may vary in the details. All of them are based on the principle that the company's disciplinary response should be appropriate and proportionate to the employee's conduct. Using progressive discipline can help you get employees back on track. Done right, progressive discipline can allow managers to intervene and correct employees' behavior at the first sign of trouble. It will enhance communication between managers and employees. It will help managers achieve higher performance and productivity from their employees. It will improve employee morale and retention by demonstrating that there are rewards for good performance and consequences for poor performance. It will help avoid expensive replacement costs, ensure consistency and fairness in dealing with employee problems, and lay the groundwork for fair, legally defensible employment termination for employees who cannot or will not improve. Perfect. Next, let's look at our situational judgment item now. So, our company is experiencing a high turnover rate among their older employees who are nearing retirement age. The company is considering implementing phased retirement as a potential solution. As an industrial psychologist, you have been asked to advise on the potential benefits and drawbacks of implementing a phased retirement. As an industrial psychologist, what would be your primary concern in recommending phased retirement to the company? A. Ensuring employee safety in the workplace. B. Increasing worker productivity. C. Reducing the risk of age discrimination lawsuits. Or D. Maintaining the company's financial stability. You can pause the video for a minute over here to think about your answer before I reveal the answer. So the correct answer is B. Increasing worker productivity. The primary goal of industrial psychology in this context is to increase worker productivity. While all the options presented may be concerns to consider, the main goal though in this case is to improve the company's overall productivity by finding ways to retain experienced workers while also providing them with flexibility in their transition into retirement. If you are preparing for the SHRM exam, then make sure you download your free practice test from my website linked below. If you found value in this video, then like, comment, share and subscribe. I post HR and leadership related videos every week. I will see you in the next video.